Cougars tonight from the 25. And they'll run it. And Morrow got outside of Morrow. Let's see where the spot is. Halliday flanked by two men. Now goes to the quick out. And that's well defended. And that'll be the challenge for the Utah perimeter tonight. There. Back stays in the block. And Halliday tried to throw one for Maley up the side. Cougars need 11. Halliday can't get out. And Utah drops him. Hunter Dimmick. And he does bang one to the far side, but short. And Clay not able to play long from every forecast. This is Utah's first offensive play after just forcing a Washington State punt. And a quick pass thrown to Kalen Clay. Any break in it tonight. Wilson was hit there. Xavier Cooper in his face.
Really good stunts as well.
Bubba Poole as the back stays in the block for Wilson, who throws the deep middle shot. And just artery that calcified that was putting his career in jeopardy. Trying to get away here, but he's got sideline man, and a foot is in, and it's a first down catch.
See if they can get Kalen Clay, Wesley Tonga more involved.
Now the inside handoff, and Utah has run the ball this.
In the tackles, pretty good all-around back.
That's a 7-yard first down gain, and now Poole comes back on second down. He just wow, and it's Poole, and if he
after the play, personal foul, late hit, offense number 2.
The calls in this against this up-tempo offense.
So a 15-yard penalty cost him field position. It's 1st and 10, but now Utah gets
attack his throwing arm side, but keep contained to the other side. There's nowhere to go.
And those two big guys up front. So now 3rd down for Utah. Looking for a screen, it's not there, so Wilson spikes it.
And a harsh turn, but you got to play smart football.
So here's Tom Hackett, an Australian punter, and he drives Ricky Galvin back, and Galvin catches the ball. Dig out of a deep hole. And Halliday's ball is picked off, and Utah with a pick 6. Eric Rowe.
They've, again, more speed on this team than they've had in the past.
All right, Halliday back to work, and a pass. Two teams that really looked at 2014 as trying to turn programs north, get them going. Not there, Utah. Again, the perimeter tackling on Vince. And that ball, Craycraft didn't get, and there's going to be. Descalso again hits it very high, short. Clay runs up to catch it, and then takes, well, he bounces off, and he's coming around the other side. A lot of room. One more block, and Clay is gone. No flags, 58 yards, his 3rd punt return for a touchdown. Phil last year with Brian Johnson, the terrific Utes quarterback. That's no longer the case. Johnson left, went to Mississippi State. Halliday with a dump off there to Dom. With receivers singled the other side. Here they go 2 on each. Gives the Utah defense a slightly different look, and a throw to Craycraft. Washington State right now needs to put something together. A little pitch pass forward. Flag is down. And Robert Lewis loses.
Offense. That penalty is declined.
13. Short hit over the middle. Vince Maley with her this year. Wouldn't expect anything to change tonight. Little cross caught, and that'll be a 1st down plus. So Isaiah Myers.
Personal foul. Hands space. Offense number 61.
Get nearly to midfield. They need their own 48 as the line to gain. Flag on the snap. Backside pressure. Halliday just with a little dump off there that had no chance.
Side, defense number 51.
Dimmick. That's an easy call for the officials.
So the 3rd down redo, but that pattern does not.
And I know that he's standing in the middle of the hashes. I don't want to give it to him.
Descalso's punt. And good coverage there by Washington State, so Clay was unable to catch it. Now Wilson goes back to work. Devontae Booker off the play action. fire for a short pickup, and he got banged pretty good. Booker breaks it. Nice cutback. Got one more block. And Booker will score! 76 for Utah.
Guy in front of him. Why was he his best blocker? He can claim his own without saying all five.
All right, Washington State, Mike Leach has called a timeout. Something we don't see often. A team meeting.
So far, a complete game by the Utes.
This one will be run back in the field of play. Washington State needs a big play, don't get it. Utah gets a...
Use that timeout, get your guys' heads right.
Ricky Galvin coming against the grain. I'm going to give Utah credit for their special. Situations they almost always throw, and they will here. A quick screen gets it. Isaiah Myers. So Utah just 3 down. How spread wide they are. Halliday stays in and throws it. The receiver falls, and it goes right to Brian Blecken. Then a flag at the...
Before the interception, pass interference, defense, number 12.
Washington State saves what would have been a catastrophic turnover, and instead they get the edge on the run, which
of course is the one stat that probably correlates more to winning than any other.
Halliday dumps it off. And last year, Utah light in the defensive box. Will Washington State run? Yes, they will. And they'll run big. And Wicks takes a... Wicks is the running back. The screen goes to the other side, left side, and it's off Maley. Extra offensive lineman out there. And just beyond the reach. 3rd down. Again, Utah just 3 down linemen. And that cross again. This has been an effective play, but Utah this time is ready. And they drop 3 wide receivers to the wide side. You see them at the bottom of your picture. He's going to throw that a little inside screen to Ricky Galvin. And a nice play. Utah stopped him short. And that was Jared Norris that grabbed Galvin. And it's Booker running inside. Booker, a junior from this quarter. Another handoff. He only broke a leg tackle. He was tricky. Get out from their own goal line. Again, the run. This time it is Booker. Listen, that was not a good decision on throwing. You're right. Has not been intercepted yet. The running decision, that might be different. 25-yard line, just short of the first. Incredible game in Berkeley, where Cal beat Colorado in double overtime. 59-56. Ricky Galvin on the return. And he dives it out across. And a run to the outside. A nice tackle on the box look.
Going to 7 in the box, bringing people up and back, trying to confuse Halliday.
Well, they've got open space here out of the backfield. And Morrow will take it into Washington State. LA does throw one down the field. First one, and it's not held. Vince.
Pass interference, defense for 15.
In the middle of the field, it's easy for him to see that foul.
There was Hatfield on the cover. They go right back at him. And again, it's broken up, and this time there is no flag. And then he's hit. So Utah, again, they're not in a rush. He throws the ball quickly a lot. So there's a screen. And that one is a nice ball. Hope that's incomplete. And Descallo hits that one down. Well, took a little backwards bounce, but Clay's
went down to Arizona and got beat up by him.
Got run over by Kadeem Carey. Wilson throws one to the far side. Nice adjustment at the last, but can the quarterback score so much more and not feel burdened by it. Flag comes in on the handoff to Poole.
Surfs a lot, so he's well-built physiques.
We trust flags right now. The wind is just howling. Wilson gets rid of the ball, just fires it at him. Utah. And that one, low liner into the wind, and Galvin
explains the disparity in plays.
And Halliday firing out there to Ike.
Because you're bringing in actual DNs almost.
Tried to steep it. Third down, and Halliday was trying to hit Jamal Moore week out. Clay is going to try to run this one. Can he escape? Can he escape? And it took about 6.
Play of the game.
4th return touchdown, 3-punt, 1 kick by
Defense by the Cougars.
Bubba Poole, the running back. Wilson tried to put one into the sideline as Utah spreads 4 wide. Screen set up, pressure coming. Wilson has to get rid of it. And he does at the last. Did he get it back? So Utah will punt it. Hackett hits it away. Ricky Galvin. And he was many other schools did. A lot of them got on him late, but he had already made up his mind as the handoff goes to 194 yards.
He lit the board up that day.
And that's an incompletion to Vince Maley. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 9. Halliday with all the time here. Now he's able to find River Craycraft, and that keeps the Cougars
to find it.
Gerard Wicks, the running back, on the new set of downs. Wicks. It's funny, the running backs in this offense, Glenn handoff. But staying in this formation, they used quite a bit since the game started. 2 receivers each side. Galvin this time running down the so he could fire it
in like he did.
There, they got a man open, and that's another 1st down. So 2 third down. There's the 7th run, and that's Gerard. Ooh, that was a play that could have gotten them close. 3rd and 4. Nope. Utah was there. It's Jared Norris again. He really need 9. Halliday made one guy miss, then takes the big shot. He's got his man for a touchdown. Halliday made one man miss, and then becoming the all-time Washington State leader in that category. Utah is going to run this out. A little hesitancy at first, and as a result, Clay does not. And a run play here to Booker off the far side, and for a short, Washington State beats them in Pullman.
Kalen Clay did when we were able to talk to him yesterday.
He took a significant hit here. Happy in this era when any of these hits that look bad, but that's a shoulder hit.
It wasn't as if he was flying in and targeting.
Booker, nice cutback by Booker. Of course, we saw last week in the game at Michigan.
Rather than wrap him up and take him down.
About how the smallest of things can impact a football season. And it's Scott here, going to drive this ball down near the 40. That's close.
Good for Cal. They break a streak of losing conference games.
Long way to go on defense. And the Cougars right now are getting hammered here, although now they're able to hem in Booker and keep him.
Since that score by Booker.
131 on the ground for Booker in the first half. There's a lot of it on the one big play.
Now, chop block, offense, number 23.
Against potential head injury. Empty backfield for Utah. And then Wilson had his man over the middle, but behind dangerous hit, it's going to get flagged.
That's right. Protect the player at all costs.
Wilson just drifted there, bought himself enough time, and then delivered.
That end of the stadium, if you look at the sticks, it does not look bad.
And Phillips, and in the leg strength, there's nothing. And he missed it.
Had to be something else.
Glenn Parker, your restrained admirers. I was waiting at the game. You watched how well they executed on all of their special teams against Michigan. It was really impressive. Right now, what Utah's defense is doing. Holiday going forward. Craycraft got him. Well, that's the connection that's worked.
That's enough space to get out for that ball. Really well thrown by Holiday.
Down to the 36 of Utah, but Holiday is picked by Gianni Paul.
In one score going into half, and instead he never sees Gianni Paul. Gianni Paul acts like he's coming and then drops back. He did a nice job. It looked like he was going to threaten the A gap. He runs up 2 steps right in the middle of your screen, and now he backs up right into the pace of that ball. Beautiful job of him kind of sugaring Connor Holiday into throwing that ball.
And Utah comes back. They have all 3 timeouts. And Wilson trying for the big hit. And Anderson is interfered with.
Pass interference, defense, number 16.
And I'm not sure I like the call, but I understand why they're making the call.
And that ball does not get caught on the carry.
Absolutely.
But you're right, it's a tough ball to catch. Lamora was the diving player that tried to pick it for the Cougars. And Wilson slips on the turf as he was trying to cut back in face. Cougars defense, they bring extra men. Wilson throws against it, and it is caught. First down. With the timeouts, and they can do this, they can run. And Booker breaks. Flag, though, at the end. And that...
Offense, number 54.
Yes.
Concentration, the lack of being able to put the last play behind you and get to field goal range.
More likely the case. 4 receivers, extra pressure coming. Screen is blown up. Well done by Daquan Brown.
You can use your timeout.
Certainly between the 30 and the 35 to have a realistic shot. Wilson's going to try to run it. That will not help. And that's not the right play. Wilson needed to throw that ball, try to spike the ball. And that's the sideline throw, but that is not a first down yardage. It is, however, close enough. This kick is on the way, and this one is good.
Not often is the term biblical appropriate. That rain certainly was.
And this return will end the first half with a pretty emphatic tackle. And that's Andy Phillips who makes the tackle. And there you go.
A physical kicker.
Always the top.
Very consistent. They played all 3 phases well.
Booker couldn't get out and turn the corner. Xavier Cooper did a nice job of harassing.
Pressure one-on-one and sometimes do double teams as well.
There's a quick hit. And Booker runs it out close to the first.
They got to go right at the Cougar D.
Wilson Keats. Now that's a great play by, see the rain being blown sideways on the field. Another keep by Wilson, this time bottled up. So Kendall Thompson, who had to play much of the second quarter last week, that ball right on the money. This is what Thompson has, the mobility to get himself free to make a play, and it's almost caught. Caleb Clay.
Of the second half, they get stopped.
Hackett's going to run. No, couldn't have been that crazy. He was trying to find a lane, apparently. They needed so much
for the second half right here.
And another heavy dose of rain falling as this drive starts with a run by Gerard Wicks. 20-yard range was jarring, just 2 out of 8. There's a shot into the hands of Send both receivers, both backs out. One of them will catch the pass, turn, and get the first. Jamal Morrow, create. Quick slant. Didn't see much of that in the first half. Vince Wicks. Nice cutback at the 40, which it may start setting in. Quick one to Maley. More snaps than we have seen from the first few games. But again, this is how they're used. They really don't even stay in the block. They're used. A tip, and Washington State will need that 4th down. 4th down attempt of this game. 12th already this year. And it's broken up. Thomas, Justin Thomas.
And so close, but still not quite over that hump, and nobody cares about being close. I mean, you got to get the W's, and so we've got to find a way to be better finishers.
All right, coming back, there's a big play which could have a long gain and then a fumble recovered by Washington State.
Be confirmed.
And give credit on the turnover of the season by the Utes. Halliday down. 3 sacks tonight by Utah. Oh, but Halliday has Craycraft. Well, that's the one pass play. How short it is. So they will run it and get it. Wicks on the carry. Gerard Wicks. Jamal Morrow is now the back. They go opposite side. And Dom Williams on the catch. Period, the rain falling straight. The wind has died down. And out of the backfield, good stick there. Loss of 1 on the play. Utah trying to rush 4. They ran a stunt that was picked up by the Cougars, and a pick 6 early in the game. Now Mora busts middle. And Jamal Morrow. Great fit in zone, and it's a game. Still in the 3rd quarter. And Halliday is able to get his man. Held by Vince Maley for the
Halliday of manipulating the safeties and the defense where he wanted them.
school record with Alex Brink. And Halliday's going to have just about every record by the time another 28-yard catch and run. And the Cougars turned that into a touchdown. Wilson.
Since the Devontae Booker touchdown run in the very starting moments of the game.
Well, that pass not held by Kent. 3rd down. Devontae Booker the back. And that is going to be, that should be the offense's ball. Let's see.
If it's a 50-50 when they go to the ground. And
possession is supposed to be
to show you. First off, you get simultaneous possession. They're saying forward progress is stopped.
Yes.
If that's true, the whistle's dead.
That's not challengeable.
It doesn't matter. He hits the ground in 50-50 possession. The ball is dead then. It's not.
Scott, junior receiver, to make sure that he held a piece of that ball to get the catch. Ooh, and that ball ends up. It's Booker trying to get outside. Can he turn? Yes, he can. And Booker drives it close to a 1st down.
Yes, sure.
Booker bounced off 1, drives it
about the field, but didn't really get the points on the board they should have.
Yeah, 4 field goals. And Booker, that's going to make it a longer 3rd as Booker empty backfield. Pressure, Wilson feels it, spins. And then he lost his footing. So they force a punt here by Hackett. Ooh, and good pressure. Hackett has had a good kicking night. That one, though, does not get the defense. So this drive for the Cougars after the touchback from the 20-yard line and a quick ball. There goes. Well, Washington State was on the ropes in the 1st half. This possession could put them very much in it, and they're going to get a 1st down on the throw to Galvin. On a night like this where you're fighting not just a team, but you're fighting the weather and the conditions on the road. And Halliday delivers, and that's what you get a feeling here. This. Well, that is it's ruled a live ball on the field. Halliday
on the ground.
Utah.
That thing starts flying out of his hand.
Side give here for short game.
We'll take the ball where they need it.
Booker. Well, Utah is trying to the 31 of Washington State. Booker running it again, so. That's held at the 25.
Last year for them, and it kept them out of a bigger picture games that they wanted to be a part of. They know they have.
So Phillips from 43. And Phillips drives it, and Phillips hit
the week with 36 points scored in the 4th quarter, I would say, yes.
Now playoff.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
Not getting a playoff.
So now at 1st and that secondary despite running all over the field on these pass plays, is held up. Now the Cougars come out and run for a second straight with Morrow. Wide side to the right of the offensive set. Halliday backs up and has his man over the middle. Well, that's it. That's the 30th completion. Wicks trying to get outside. I'm amazed given all the rain. Paul coming in.
Full start.
Paul coming up the middle.
56.
As well as the alignment on the offensive line to not let those outside tackles line up too far back from the ball. That's a middle throw. That's Roberts from Barkley, the all-time yardage record. Third down. Nope. And out before this
Utah.
3rd and 10.
River Craycraft again on a 3rd and long.
Coming off the timeout. There it is. And I would imagine that. And there's another one. Nice hands. Craycraft hauls it in. And now from the Utah 28, it is Morrow. And he bursts close to the 15. Well, full conference the last couple of weeks. There's plenty of time for Washington State. That throw, not
Really good throw by him.
tripped up and dropped for a loss. Nice play. Got a chunky yardage to get. Halliday throws it high, and that does not let Morrow get going. And Brian Blecken does the job. Least. And Halliday's got a man. Touchdown, Cougars, Dom Williams.
Keeps his feet in throwing position. There's a little bit of pressure, but he doesn't move far. He waits. He waits until Williams comes. The safety falls down.
He's going to feel for the first time tonight. They're going to get the ball here and feel like we better score. Kalen Clay. Well, Kalen Clay may score. There was a lane there. And all right, here's Utah. And now, a little squeeze on the offense. They have the lead. 3 yards on Booker's first down run. Now Wilson to fire it. But there is the close it and the short of the first. Yeah, my correction. That was Charleston White. Now on 3rd down, it is Booker, and that's going to depend on the mark. I don't think Mark is the sole punt returner. Washington State puts some pressure on Hackett earlier, not here. Hackett hits a terrific punt, and Gal
6 to 10 yardage.
They've had a very good offensive second half. So now with all the momentum going, the Cougars put screen to Galvin. And Galvin broke a couple of hits, and that's a nice effort above us. Outside throw, nice catch, held. California, new set of downs. Middle runner is gone. Washington State, Vince Mailey to the house, and remarkably, the Cougars are a kick from the lead.
Then Mike Leach.
81 yards.
That's a good call by you. You did catch that. It was very evident.
Short kick. And now Utah needing to make something happen. It's Booker. He's able to keep his footing, prop himself up and get it out close to out. Pressure to Travis Wilson and Utah. Can the offense move? Wilson throws the middle ball. Oh, and Greg Anderson! The ball that should have been thrown to him on the last drive.
Big plays and big situations.
Now too high to the other side. 4-man rush. Wilson found himself some space, found himself a receiver, found himself a... Booker drives it out.
Close, obviously, for a score, but also knows they have to try to eat as much clock as possible.
Good job by Book to get about a foot. And they're going to need the second down. They can't get it. That's blow.
If there is such a thing on defense as a landlord, the man who owns some estate, that's him right now. Califatoni Pony, 98, right in the middle.
He just pushed Asiata off the ball and put many in the box defensively. And Booker is stopped, but he drives forward. His lineman may have helped him. Jeremiah Butasi was pushing. Wilson keeps it again and gets the first down. So he's pushing Booker forward in case he got the first down. So Wilson with a good enough fake, it got me. But 2 receivers each side. Screen. Inside screen, ball tipped. And it's now four wide receivers. Wilson stands in, throws the deep ball for Anderson, and it's just a little underthrown. Charleston White got in the path of Anderson. Gerard Wicks is the running back, and Halliday gives it to Wicks, and this is the very thing. Now they're going to have to come up with something. See what they do. It's Mike Leach. Now they're going to throw the little inside screen to Galvin. That would have been the play I would have called, that kind of a zone. We'll find out. He's hanging it up there, and it does get the end zone. Other thing to remember. 4 rush. And that's tipped and incomplete.
Of course, the reason...
2 receivers each side for Wilson. Palacio was putting pressure on, but he delivers. Now Scott does a nice job. He was short of the first down.
Ball by Wilson.
Scott had gone out of bounds there. He would have been short of a first down. Play gets a short. Again, 4 wide. Washington State showing they're bringing pressure on Wilson. It's picked up, and Wilson can't deliver. Inaccurate on the sideline. No timeouts. Now that one's penned in. Washington State had that play snuffed out. Washington State crowding, jumping. Here they rush 5. Wilson throws the out. Broken up. Intended for Drez Anderson. Charleston White makes the play, and Washington State 165 pass yards for Utah.